So I just finished run number 3 of the Jeff Galloway training plan for the Princess Half Marathon. But it was a really good effort, and I'm really excited about what Denny is going to bring to you guys in this week's videos, because he's going to be talking about tempo runs and speed work. If you are training for your first ever race, you really need to not be doing either one of those things. But if you want to know kind of what you have to look forward to as you mature in your running journey, this will be a really good video for you. I have a love-hate relationship specifically with speed work, but tempo runs really do help you have kind of an idea of what to expect from yourself on race day, just like last week's. And if you didn't see it, last week was all about the easy run, which is what I did this morning. I'll put a link to that right here so you can go and watch that. My hat is crooked. Oh well. I'll come back when Denny's done talking. It's exciting, right? I think it's exciting. I think it's exciting. It's probably the endorphins.
Tempo runs are a type of hard run that are pretty much standard on just about any type of training plan that you're ever going to probably come across. Tempo runs can also be considered or kind of called threshold runs. So threshold, tempo, tomato, tomato, same thing. And in either event, it's a difficult run, it's a hard run, and the reason that they're part of most training plans, actually there's 2 reasons. One is that they really help you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You know, when you're doing a tempo run, when you're pushing pretty hard, and we'll get into that a little bit more in a second, of kind of exactly what a tempo run is going to look like. But when you get into those training runs where you're pushing hard and straining and stressing your body a bit, it doesn't feel good. It's not a whole lot of fun. Your lungs are probably burning. Your legs are probably burning. But you realize that you can do it. You realize that you can do it. And then on race day, if you start to be in a similar situation where you're pushing, you're getting tired, your feet are hurting, you just want this stupid race to be over with, you can remember back that, hey, I've done this before, I've been uncomfortable before, and I know that I can keep going. So getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, pretty important. Another thing that the threshold runs or the tempo runs do is they help our bodies to become more adept at processing lactic acid. Now, I don't want to get too deep into the weeds of exercise physiology and the science of running and how our bodies work, but when you're working at a fairly hard level of effort, your body produces lactic acid. It's a natural byproduct of what's called anaerobic energy production or anaerobic glycolysis, which basically just, again, it just means, to simple terms, you're working hard, your body produces lactic acid. It's just a natural byproduct. But if you're working hard for a long period of time and you get a lot of lactic acid building up in your body, our body's fail-safe is to recognize that, hey, we've got a lot of lactic acid going on right now. We need to slow down so that we're not working as hard and we stop to produce lactic acid. It's kind of like a governor almost to keep you from overcooking, from doing too much work, working too hard for too long, and potentially really damaging your body. So by doing tempo runs, threshold runs, whatever you want to call them, it helps to train our bodies to become more efficient at processing the lactic acid, because we break down lactic acid just as naturally as we produce it. So the more fit that you become, the more times that you intelligently mix in these tempo runs and practice and give your body the chance to practice breaking down that lactic acid, the better you'll be able to break it down on race day. And again, keep going, be comfortable being uncomfortable, and making sure that you have a great finish and that you're proud of yourself, that you stay in front of the balloon ladies, that you don't get swept, those types of things. So how do you do a tempo run? Well, it's a kind of a moving target, because for each of us it's going to be a little bit different on how we determine what is the right effort, because tempo runs are all about effort. And just like with the easy run, you might do the talk test or the sing test to make sure that you can talk in sentences or sing lines to your songs. And so that's going to be a different pace for each of us. Tempo runs are going to have a different pace for each of us as well. So, if you remember back to the easy run segment that I did, I said that if you're talking like this, you're not running easy. Got that? If you're talking like that, you're probably just about perfect for the tempo run. You should be able to spit out a word or two at a time and repeatedly, one after the other, but you should not be able to talk like this. You should not be able to talk in a full flowing sentence. It should be 1 or 2 words, breath, another 1 or 2 words, breath. That's the type of easy feedback for, are you at the right tempo level? And again, it's going to be hard. It's going to hurt. Tempo runs really are going to be best for those that are running straight through. So if you're doing a Galloway run walk type of thing, tempo runs really aren't for you. It's not something that's going to translate well to that style of training. But if you're training to run all the way through, doesn't matter what your pace is, but running continuously, that's where tempo runs can really fit in and really help you get comfortable with being uncomfortable. So tempo runs are a little bit tricky. They're a little bit advanced. They're not a lot of fun, but they are helpful. So give it your best shot. You don't have to be perfect with it. Remember, the idea is to run at a pace that's a little bit faster than what you're used to, and then just stay there. You're not trying to get faster as you go. You're just trying to maintain that level for 1, 2, maybe 3 miles at the most, but running comfortably hard and staying there and helping your body to become more comfortable with being uncomfortable. So if you have any other questions about tempo runs, just let me know. All right, so what about speed work? What is it? Why should you think about doing it? And maybe why should you avoid doing speed work? Well, speed work is kind of fairly self-explanatory if you just kind of think about the name, speed, fast. So it's running fast and hard, typically for short durations, followed by some type of extended recovery. So it might be a really hard run segment, followed by an easy jog or a walk, or maybe even not doing a whole lot of movement at all to allow yourself to catch your breath, to let your heart rate come back down, and then you do it again. So speed work has some different names. It could be called intervals, it could be called repeats. It doesn't matter. Call it what you want. Speed work is running hard. And there's a lot of benefits to it. There's a lot of ways that speed work can help us. That said, there's also some reasons that maybe speed work isn't the best thing for you. I kind of think of speed work as high risk, high reward when it comes to training. So, while speed work has a lot of benefits, it has benefits of helping you improve your form. It has benefits of helping you get stronger, help your bones to become more dense. It helps your aerobic system, your cardiovascular system. There's so many things that speed work helps with. However, because of the high intensity nature, because of the fact that if you're doing speed work well, you are hammering it. You're not holding anything back. You're getting after it in a serious way that also increases your chances of becoming injured because you're exerting more pounding forces on your body with every stride. The harder you're running, the more force that your body has to absorb. So there's risk of injury there. There's risk of injuries for pulled muscles, for irritations, for the dreaded itis, so tendonitis or bursitis or things like that. And so, you really want to be careful with speed work. So should you even do it? Maybe. Like I said, it's one of those things that we can all benefit from, but it's also one of those things that a little bit can go a long way. So if you're really new to running, haven't been doing much running at all, I would strongly encourage you to forego speed work for your first race or two and just focus on doing your easy runs and building that good, solid base of fitness before you start dabbling in speed work. If you've been running for a little while, you've got a little bit of experience and you've got a base already established, then you can go ahead and mix some speed work into the equation. How you do that is kind of up to you. Like I said, there's a lot of different options, a lot of different ways to split up your intervals or your repeats. You can do them by time. You can do like 1 minute hard and 1 minute of recovery, or 1 minute hard and 3 minutes of recovery, whatever you need to feel like you're able to recover between sets and go hard again. You can do them based on distance. You can go, a quarter of a mile. If you've got a track that you're training on, 1 lap around the track is a quarter of a mile. So you can do 1 lap around the track hard, and then 1 lap that you walk to recover. You can do half a lap, whatever you want to do. Just know that when you're going hard with speed work, go hard. Don't save any energy in the tank. Don't try to pace yourself, because then you're not getting the maximum benefit out of it. That said, when in doubt, I can't say enough to not focus on speed work. If you feel like you've got a little niggle, a little something sore, a little achy body part, something a little squeaky wheel that might need a little bit of grease, don't pile on by doing speed work. Again, speed work is high intensity, high stress. Any part of your body that's got a little bit of weakness, anywhere where there's a weak link in the chain, speed work really increases the risk of that little weak link becoming a problem. So if in doubt, don't do it. But if you're feeling good, feeling strong, you've been running for a while and you've got a good base of fitness, speed work can be, in moderation, can be a very valuable piece of any complete training plan. So if you have questions about incorporating speed work, I'm happy to answer them for you. Just let me know. I've already given you my email address. You can check out the YouTube channel. You can check out the podcast, all those things. And I'm sure Jen will have some type of contact info for me down below as well. I'm always happy to talk. So just let me know how I can help you. And thank you for the opportunity to hopefully make some of these different types of running sound a little bit easier for you and kind of give you an idea of how to create that plan for your next race. And if it's your first race, I hope you have a great race. So thank you so much.
So, hooray, I took a shower. I have recovered from my run. I've had a bit of a bite to eat. I've had some electrolytes. I took my noon tablets. And I was just re-listening to all those words that Denny said. And first of all, if you're a new runner and you just listen to all that, it might feel super overwhelming. And I do not want you to feel overwhelmed. You may not be ready for the information that he shared, but you know what? It will be here when you are ready, because I have faith in you and I think your running journey is going to evolve. If, again, you're training for your very first 10K, very first half marathon, really that easy run is what you need to be focusing on right now. But I just want to say again, thank you so much, Denny. He and I have really become work friends, and I love that, as he has taught me about podcasting and I've tried to help him a little with his YouTube channel. But the important thing is that we both love running and we both have a passion for making sure that runners can be successful. And yeah, I'm just really glad that you took the time to listen today. Now, if you've made it all the way to the end of the video, I'm going to make a quick plug for the sweatshirt I am wearing. This is the Joyful Living with Jen Lefforge sweatshirt. It is from the Teespring site. Y'all, I truly love this sweatshirt. The inside of it is that fuzzy stuff. And it's a nice chilly day here in Atlanta, and I'm wearing a medium. It definitely is a little on the roomier side, and if you want it really cozy, you may want to size up. But it really helps the channel when you guys purchase things from the Teespring site. So if you are looking for a way to say thank you, that is a great way to do it. And you're also welcome to join me on Patreon, where I do Patreon exclusive videos, podcasts, and blog posts. And I would love to see you there as well. And I'll also give you a link to that up here and then down there. So I hope you're feeling encouraged in your running journey, and I will see you next time. Be good to each other, and I hope whatever you're doing, you're finding joy. Bye-bye.